Well, you can't simulate what they do, obviously, on offense, and that's a struggle. But we're going to try to make sure that we're very assignment sound. They are very good at finding breakdowns and exploiting them. If you watch them on film, it happens over and over and over again. So that's one thing that we've really emphasized this week is just making sure you know what your assignment is. And sometimes you have to play defense for 7, 8 seconds, 9 seconds because he just can't, Mr. Becker's pretty good at extending plays. So, those are the things we're kind of emphasizing on defense. Offensively, we've got some things to fix from, our coaches were not necessarily completely pleased with everything that happened Friday, but, they had a good night. But there's always things that they're going to work on and try to figure out the best way to attack Carroll. And our guys doing a pretty good job. Our guys do a pretty good job of that.
When you take a look at just the history and the rivalry, you got them twice last year, once in the regular season, once in the postseason, but just really a great history between these two programs. What is it about this rivalry that brings out really the best in two quality big school programs?
Well, it's like you said, we've played them a long time. When we were back in a different conference, we played them every year, sometimes twice because we're in the playoffs, and it's just we've played each other, we're familiar with each other. The schools are similar, similar size, and so it's just it's something that has been developing and developed for a long time before I got here. So I think that's what makes it special.
Final question: what are you most looking forward to about this game? Because there's no getting around the impact that it's going to have when it comes to winning an SAC championship.
Yeah, one game won't win it, but this is an important one, and. We really focus on the fact that this is the biggest game of the year. And we tell them that each week, and that's the truth. And we have to focus and play like this is the state championship. We did that, try to do that last week. We're going to try to do it again next week. And that's where we're at. And, our kids, they know who they're playing. There's no, and they know the situation on the conference, and they know all those things are in their minds. We don't have to mention that to them. So I think it's more important that they understand that they're going to have to play at a really high level and practice at a really high level this week, too.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, sir.
We approach it like every week. Our coach says every Monday, biggest game of the year is this Friday, and that's how we're treating this game, just like any other game. We do know that if we win this game, we have a very good chance of winning the SAC, though. We have a very quality opponent ahead of us in Carroll. They're a very solid team this year. We have a big challenge ahead of us, so we're trying to treat it as the same way, but we know that there's a lot at stake.
When you take a look at what Carroll does offensively, as a leader for this defense, what do you try to impart to these guys to try and slow Carroll down? Because obviously we know that they put up a lot of points on a Friday night.
Yeah, Carroll's very similar to Northside, and Northside, they exploited our defense last weekend. So what I try to tell the guys at practice is just everyone do their jobs, no one try to do too much, and I think we'll be fine. Carroll is definitely very explosive. They're probably the most explosive offense in the SAC. So I think if our defense plays together as a unit, we'll be just fine.
This is a game this is a reason to play high school football, this rivalry and people that you know and play in a game like this that matters so much. So what are you most looking forward to about this game and about the atmosphere and the hype leading up to it, knowing the importance of it all?
Well, as we know, Stage 5 was released by the governor last week, so there's going to be a lot more people in attendance for this game, which I'm excited for. It'll feel like a somewhat normal high school football game finally. That'll be fun. We know that the bell's on the line in this game. Whoever wins this is probably going to win the conference, so that brings a lot of tension to the game, a lot of hype to the game. So we just know that there's a lot riding on this game, but we have to keep our poise and just play it like as any other game.
We just have to have good practices all week and stay focused, just like every other week. It's a big game. You got to win it.
When you take a look at what Carroll does well, obviously they score a ton of points. Jeffrey Becker's having a great season. Mason Englert seems to be open all the time for some reason. How do you go about slowing down what they do offensively to, corral an offense that leads the SAC in scoring?
Yeah, Jeff and Mason, they're both great players. We just got to game plan for them and get over top of them and contain them.
What's the coaching staff really stressing this week?
We're stressing focusing in practice, perfecting everything, and yeah.
When you take a look at the rivalry, what makes this rivalry special? What are you most looking forward to about it?
It's special. We all look forward to it every year. Yeah, we're friends off the field, but on the field we don't like each other. Yeah, it's fun. It's exciting.